Thank you guys. Some of you know me. A lot of you don't. So I work for this company called Cream. I feel really relaxed right now. And that's why I'm dressed up really casually, because I feel like I'm coming back home. This is just VeChain meeting. So thank you guys for the welcome. And thank you for this great city. First time been here, Amsterdam, feels at home. Thank you guys. So what is Cream? So how many heard of this company here? Raise your hand. Oh wow, quite a bit. Okay. So we are a ecosystem builder. So what does that really mean? Well, first of all, this name, probably a lot of people have a bunch of questions on why Cream, right? So Cream stands for crypto runs everything around me. So that's just our name. And we're going to be building, okay, so who we are. So we're a leading strategic advisory, incubation, and investment firm. We're going to utilize this blockchain technology and crypto asset, this new economic model, to unleash the potential of businesses around the world. Right? So we're not so fancy as to say that we're going to be building a whole new world on blockchain, but one step at a time. That may be a really sort of futuristic goal for everyone sitting here, but we want to take one step at a time. So this is what we're proposed. We're going to use blockchain technology and crypto assets to unleash a different type of business model to unleash the potential of businesses around the world. Given that it's a startup or a public company that you will probably see a little bit later, maybe a month later, 2 weeks later, pretty soon. All right. So this is us in a nutshell. And so before I go into what we do, a little bit background on myself. My name is Jackson. Born in China and raised in the United States. Went to UC Berkeley. And after school, went on to investment banking in Merrill Lynch, did M&A on Wall Street. And then later on joined a private equity fund called Starwood Capital. We bought a bunch of hotels, bundled it together, took it public. And that's the Starwood Hotels that you guys know. And later on was sent to China about 8 years ago, sent to China to build out the fund's China presence. We did a few deals there in China. And later on, I joined another Chinese-based firm called Fosun International. I don't know if you guys know about Fosun International, but it owns Cirque du Soleil, Club Med, those companies. And I was the property and the leisure side fund manager for the entire group. We were managing 67 billion RMB. My team was. And so before cryptocurrency, I formed my own sort of quant hedge fund. It's still there in Shanghai, and I'm just not running it. Still the owner of the quant hedge fund. We were the second best in China for 2 years in a row in terms of steady returns, 1% a day. Not too bad. But cryptocurrency is a lot better. Crypto assets are a lot more fun. And so in 2017, early 2017, we started to look at different projects around the sphere. At the time, Ethereum kind of made a great leap. So, me and a few partners, we thought that we could take our, traditional finance experience and kind of take that to cryptocurrency and using the venture capital's eye to look at projects and be an active investor to help a project to grow. It's actually very hard to make that transition because the thought process, it took a long time. It took us a long time to kind of figure this out, a long time. And still, I think right now, if we talk to a lot of different cryptocurrency investors or traditional finance guys or even cryptocurrency just players, this is not something that they can understand, but this is what we subscribe to. Right? So just kind of a little bit on how we got here. So we helped a few projects, we advised them, we helped a few projects. All the projects that we touched, they all got to top 100. The reason for that is we do this. We actually talk with CEOs, we come up with a little bit better way of positioning the company or the project so that it's easier to understand by the public, by the investors. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? So one of the greatest things that what VeChain is doing or have been doing is, you always start with a problem, and then you find the solution using the technology, and then you try to prove to everybody that, hey, I have this team, my team can figure this out, right? So that's the thought process for actually, for projects going forward. But a lot of the projects that we've seen in the market since 2017 are all sort of, I have this great tech, you can use the tech to do X, Y, Z, as if X, Y, Z is already done, right? It's, running a business and running a cryptocurrency project is a lot harder than that. So not everybody is suitable to start your own ICO, but if you have what it takes, we can help you get further, right? So in 2017, around October, we found VeChain. So for about a month, I was hounding Sunny. So I told him that I don't care if you're gonna let me advise you or not, I'm gonna do it anyways. So Sunny's like, all right, come on board. So after that, me and Sunny, we worked almost daily together with Noah and Kevin. Really, our team worked very closely with Noah and Kevin. We never really mentioned this publicly before, just because when you're building a community, you want there to be one God, right? So we want the VeChain team to be out there. We want to be sort of behind the scenes, just kind of assisting and supporting the team going forward. And we officially joined in mid of November, and you guys know what happened, right? From mid-November onward. So that's part of the market, and we helped a little bit. So this is what we do. First is advisory. We advise the CEOs and the founders to kind of better position themselves, right, strategically. And we want to help the companies using blockchain and tokenization, blockchainize and tokenize, to better their own businesses, right? And we also help the businesses to articulate better, like what you're doing. A lot of people have a really good idea, but communicating that to a lot of people face a very big challenge, right? And we help facilitate that as well. So that's what we do for advisory. The next thing we do is we do investments. We're actually putting our own dollars into projects that we that get to a certain stage, and we can see that the team has proven itself, that the products are almost out, and we know that with a little bit kick start, that the project can go a lot further. So this is what we do as well. Right? And the next thing that we do, you can see these things as little silos that we do under this group. So next thing is asset management. So we don't just invest our own money, but we also help to deploy capital from big whales. All right. So managing traditional fiat and currency. So what we want to do is, we want to actually, we have a fund now, but we want to expand this capital reserve so that we can do something very differently from other sort of crypto funds. So my partners, including myself, we were private equity guys back in the days, and we were hedge fund guys back in the days. One of my partners was the China's executive director for Carlyle, the buyout fund. He was managing like $6 billion by himself, and he quit, and he's joining us. So our guys are top-notch, ex-Goldman, Morgan Stanley guys, who is stepping away from traditional finance and coming onto here because they see the bigger picture, right? So what we want to do is, we actually want to take fiat dollars And there isn't enough cryptocurrency to deploy in, right? Project to deploy in. So what we're going to do is, if we see a company, public company even, that really needs blockchainization and tokenization, that would just increase their value by a lot, we would just go buy it. We just go buy the company and force them to do it. The other way around, right? We were just I don't want to spill the beans, but we're talking to a very large payment company right now, and they're not going to sell. We might go hostile on them. This is how we do it. So we're looking for money. We're looking for great partners. We're looking for investors, and we're looking for leads on these things. So we also incubate. So within this framework, we have the understanding of blockchain, we have the understanding of cryptocurrency community, and we have we're building out a technology sort of team, and then we have ideas, right? So once we have all that, then we can just plug and play the talents into these projects that we incubate. For example, if you're really good in tech and you have no ideas, but we have a really good idea, we need a tech guy, there you go. You come in and you work on this project, and you can thrive, right? So we want to unleash the potential of not just corporates, enterprises, but also people as well, right? Smart people that knows how to eat your steak. So you want to look out for these projects. As community member of VeChain, we're rolling out some of these pretty soon. Oh, so something I wanted to say here is this is very important here. The existence of Cream it was sort of very not apparent, but as more and more after the mainnet launch, so we're officially live, right? And now the ecosystem is going to be expanding very rapidly. And everybody sitting here and standing there, everybody is really thinking about how to help with this stuff. I mean, you guys are all thinking, right? So when we have a method or a platform where every one of you can start building something, can start helping out, then what is very important, that what we see, that how we are different from the Ethereums of the world, is that, we don't believe in total decentralization. You already know that, right? And we obviously don't believe in total centralization. We believe somewhere in the middle, right? So somewhere in the middle means that, all these projects should work together, right? So should be guided and work together. How does Safe Haven work with Mustang Chain, right? If they don't have this whole thing, they don't even know each other, right? So how do all these projects work together in synergetic ways to create more value for the community members and created by the community members for the good of the ecosystem? So we need an entity or two or three to kind of glue everybody together, and this is one of the things that we do, and we're very proud of that. Right? What else do we? Okay, here. So for VeChain and Cream, we're strategic partners. We work with Sunny on a daily basis. I yell at him, he yells at me. We debate, and we have a lot of fun together. And we want to make VeChain, the future, and we're moving towards that. And seeing, everybody sitting here, I feel like we can do that because y'all look smart. Yeah, I feel like we can do that. I'm very excited. All right. So both on the community level and on the strategic level, we were there, sort of hands-on, very closely working with all of you every day. That now you know that you were working with us. A lot of amazing things are coming up with the partnership between Cream and VeChain. Countries are involved. Multiple countries are involved. large financial institutions. And one of the things that Cream brings to the ecosystem is that our scope of things, because of our partners' background, we don't like to play it small. You know, we want VeChain, we want everybody to work on a certain level that is superior to the other cryptocurrency projects. All right, so that's what we do. All right, so what we have done. So these logos you already know, and we have a couple guys here. I'm just going to run it down a little bit, but I will let Gino and Danny to talk about their own projects. So you know VeChain. OceanX is everybody knows OceanX, right? Right, just saying. Doesn't sound really exciting, but the NTI is coming, and I apologize that not everybody sitting here is going to get something, just because it's 10 times oversubscribed. But the management had made it in a way that is as fair as possible to have as many people to try to get it as possible in very small increments. But this one's going to be good. It's a huge bridge for the ecosystem, right? So all of the projects will be benefiting from this one project here. And this is our automotive, our car project. Fahrenheit. I didn't come up with that name. But what they have right now, they did a round of private race, and they've been quiet ever since. It doesn't mean that they haven't been doing things. This team is incredible. This team, the founder of this team, so basically he co-founded Kuaidi, which merged with Didi to become a $35 billion company. And this guy's, is a billionaire entrepreneur. Now he's doing his ICO, his new venture on VeChain. So we're gonna expect a lot from these guys. One of my favorite. Player, I was a gamer. I played World of Warcraft still, a little bit. Warlock. So Player will be a platform for people to play, to stream, to get paid, and something else coming up. They're going to be a platform for developers to develop as well, games, so that the community can enjoy. It will be very, very sort of, it won't be full-blown development. It will be something that Patrick can tell you. It will be tweaking the current games to make it more fun. You can think about Dota from the Frozen 2, or something like that. Muscle chain Danny can talk about, so we can let you know. Espresso it's basically a Firebase for developers. There are traditional developers on Web 2.0 guys, and how do you onboard them? How do you make them start to develop on blockchain? Right. So this is what Espresso. This is what they do. They have a big plan as well. They might be working. I don't know. I'll later. DBET, they've repositioned themselves from a sort of vertical of an online casino with house credits into a P2P betting sort of platform. So you and your friend, you guys are chatting on Telegram. So who's gonna win the next football game, right? So you guys can bust this out and start betting with each other. So I think this has a huge amount of potential. New devs, new development teams, and new sort of new model, new business model, new strategy. This is going to be good, and there's a lot more coming up. So where we're going. So this is what I've mentioned before, but the main thing is I want all Cream ICOs to be in the top 100, every single one of them. So this is the brand that we want to kind of create. That's why right now we're we're going a little bit slower in terms of onboarding projects, just because we're looking at our next project might be a public listed company. So that's the kind of level that we're going after right now. All right, who's involved? So there are, myself and there are a few partners. I don't have time to introduce them right now, so I'm gonna kind of push them back. They will be officially out, but these are the logos that they represent, and they're really awesome people. So we have all kinds of private equity, consulting, management consulting guys, internet marketing guys, and girls coming on board. So it's gonna be good. So who should get in bed with us, right? So if you are a tech and tech lead, if you know operations, and if you can do project management, product design, community members, and if you're a whale and you have a lot of money, you should come find us and get involved, because we have all those things ready for all of you guys. And we have operations in United States, California, Nevada, in Shanghai, and I want to see if we can set something up here. All right. And that's all. All right. That's it for me. Thank you very much. Nan just sent me some slides. He wants me to plug OceanX a little bit, so I would love to do that for him. OceanX. So how do you guys like the video, the teaser video that we, yeah. So, okay, about the people. So about the exchange, a project is as good as its people, right? So what I want to do is I wanted to go into a little bit about the founders up here. Actually, these three guys. These two, I don't really personally know them well, but they're Harry, I work with a lot. His name is Harry Wayne. I work with him a lot, and he used to work for traditional finance, and he just recently come on board. He's going to be the CEO. So Nan, he's an old crypto guy. So he invested in a lot of different cryptocurrency projects, a lot of good ones back in the day. He also advises CZ for Binance when they first started. So, and he was in partnership with Jihan with his first venture, his mining machine. This guy, I don't know if you guys know him, Jia Yu. So, how many of you remember the what is it? EdChain thing? How many of you remember EdChain? White paper? No? Shoot. All right. So he's the Michigan guy. So the V Research, we funded his team. So he came up with 2 white papers. One is EdChain, using edge technology in telecommunications to do blockchain. So this guy is a baller. So he's an AI specialist, and he's been working on this OceanX protocol. I mean, the back end, the trading engine for 9 months already. It's been hush-hush about it, and that's the reason why we can see it so fast. The platform's coming out next month. Daniel, you guys, I don't know if you guys know who Daniel is. Daniel's a baller. So he's the guy who, a few facts about him. He's one of the earliest crypto lawyers in the world. He's currently he's very close with Roger. He's also the general counsel for Bitcoin.com. And one of his main thing is that he represents the creditors for Mt. Gox. So those guys who lost all their Bitcoins, and the Japanese government had found some, and is holding it, and he's representing the creditors, fighting the Japanese government, saying that give us our Bitcoin back, right? Because the Japanese government is being a little bit they're trying to give people fiat back using the cryptocurrency value back in the days, right? So and Daniel's like, yeah, right. So that's what he's fighting. And also, one thing you guys probably didn't know, Tether. Tether had huge amount of FUD back in the days, about I think last December-ish. Huge amount of FUD because people are saying they're not legit. People are saying that they're a scam. But Daniel actually works very closely with the Tether guys. He solved their problem, and he actually founded a bank to bank the Tether money. And he actually has a bank that we work with as well, to kind of audit that the bank accounts are legit. They do have one-to-one packed US dollars to the Tether. So, I mean, Daniel is a baller. He works on a lot of legal stuff, and he knows about the security problem, the compliance problem of Mt. Gox. That's why he's an invaluable addition to this team, co-founding team. And they're doing their ICO pretty soon, and NTI, sorry. They're doing their NTI right now, their KYC. Even if you haven't whitelisted, you can still KYC. And when you KYC, you can still go play that little, flash sale, grab the box type of thing, and you can still get some boxes. So go do that, and this project will be awesome. All right, because I'm also advisor for them. Having said all that, I think I'm good. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Kristen. I think we're gonna have like 15 minutes break. 10 to 15